Hello, my name is Tony Factor. I am the specialist for Youth Core Ministries. I'm working in out of Greensburg or Kiowa County. I've been involved with the ministry since 1996. What we're doing here today is we are all wanting to share a piece of advice for you, the volunteer, as you come and be a part of our ministry. What I would like to share is that prayer is the cornerstone of all that we do. Whether you're meeting with a student, a kid, a parent, a family, whoever it is, we pray. And we want to encourage you to pray as you meet with that person. Lord, how can I be an effective person connecting with these people? How can I be effective in this ministry? We all rely on prayer for all that we do, and we seek him in all that we do so that this ministry will further his kingdom and be an amazing part of someone else's life.
And I am Kyle Neumann. I'm from Pratt. I'm the Core Life Director in Pratt. I've been with Youth Core for a year and 3 or 4 months. A piece of advice I would like to give you is at Youth Core, one of our main goals is to create unconditional relationships with kids. Kids need relationships that don't judge them for the things that they do or judge them for their behaviors. But when we invest in that kid and we are there for them, we see their lives changed. It's not always easy. It's not always glamorous or always fun. But it does pay off in the end. But also understanding that even when it doesn't work out the way that we think it should, God is always in the midst of it, but always having in the back of your mind that you have to be there for them no matter what.
Hello, I'm Steve Hopkins. I am the director of Barton County Core Life and currently Core Life Great Bend. Been with Youth Core Ministries 3 years. The one piece of advice that I would give you as a volunteer is be active on the Core Life Gathering night. Be involved with the students, games, or whatever's going on, sitting around the circle, just whatever. Just be a part of their life and be active in whatever they're doing. Because when you do that, you have endeared yourself to them and they will open up to you. And that's really what we're about relationship. And that shows that you are building a relationship with them when you're not just sitting around the edges, but you're actively involved with them.
Hi, my name is Taylor, and I'm a co-director in Greensburg. I've been a part of Youth for Christ since 2010. I used to be a student. And I guess my advice to you would be to show that you care. They always say actions speak louder than words. I just want to remind you that the kids see everything. They see your attitude. They see when you're there, when you're not there. And so when you are there, I would suggest advise you just to care for them. They see everything. And your love and your attention and your relationship with Christ matters. And they see those things.
Hi, I'm the other Core Life Director for Greensburg and also for Kiowa County. I've been the Core Life Director for about 2 years and volunteered before that. One thing I'd like to add on, as what Tony said, that prayer is important. When you are putting time into praying for kids, it's growing that relationship. When you're putting in time to pray for anybody, it grows your deeper desire to know them and get to know them. Also, I think it's important when you go into an interaction with kids that you should be praying before you get into it. If you don't know what to say or don't know what to do, prayer is the strongest thing.
Jennifer Albright, Kingman County Core Life Director. Actually, I've been doing mentoring for 8 years, but I will start my first year in Core Life next year. So I've been with Youth Core for 9 years. My advice would just be consistent. Just be as consistent as you possibly can and just make a commitment. It can seem like it's monotonous every single week and you drag yourself there, but if you make yourself go, it pays off in the end because when kids call you 3 years, 4 years, 5 years later, and they're in college or they're getting married because you're the one that made a difference in their life, it speaks volumes to your character and to the commitment that you made. So I would just say, make the commitment, be consistent, talk to the kids, be determined to get to know them, and just make that relationship, because it definitely pays off when it makes a difference. So.
I'm Joel Williamson, CFO and Chief Strategist for Youth Corps. I led lots of Core Lives. I really love Core Life and that part of our ministry. I've been involved since 2002. I would just echo this idea of loving relationships, that our role is to try to build relationships with these kids and not to be a voice of correction or anger or frustration with these kids. There's an old Youth for Christ saying that says we have to earn the right to be heard. That when we go into and be with kids and talk with them, unless we've built relationship, unless we've invested in that, they don't care what we have to say. They don't know us, or we haven't made that deposit in the bank. And so I just encourage you to earn the right to be heard with our kids. And as Kyle said, to not let the kids' behavior dictate what you consider their value. There's times where kids, especially as we're outreaching to kids who don't know Jesus, are super disrespectful or break the rules or whatever. That's okay, and that's to be expected. And while we want to set good boundaries, before being a voice of anger or yelling or whatever, we want to be a voice of love and support. And I'm going to love you no matter what you do. There are times where you can get really frustrated with kids. I have been there. I've seen volunteers get there. I've seen other Core Life directors get there. In those moments, walk away, take a breath, get another leader to help you. Because the way we engage with our kids, with our teenagers, is through love and support and by earning our right to be heard.